What up? What up? What up? This Ibn Web Quran Sum here. Official thanks thing going down here. Tarik Bealsey, man, from my neck of the woods, my era here. Boy, he can shoot. I mean, just real smooth with his, for lack of a better word here. Reached out to him, took a second or two, but it wasn't a problem here. But we got him, and I'm just looking forward to just hearing a little bit about himself, his walk, what have you here. So let me just be quiet and get Tarik on. What up,
There we
man?
go. What's up, brother?
Ain't nothing, man. You still looking the same 100 years later, man. You ain't aged at all,
That's good to hear, man. You as well, brother.
man. You see
Besides
all
the
this
gray,
gray. Yeah, I'm about to say, you see all this gray hair trying to, yeah. But it's cool though. It comes with the time. I'm happy to have it.
I love it, man. I love it, brother. Good to see you, man.
Nah, definitely. Likewise, man. I appreciate you doing this, and I know we talked, for a quick second prior to this, man. So I appreciate you doing this. I know it's not for everybody, and which is totally cool, and as far as that goes, but I'm glad you're willing to talk a little bit here.
Yeah, I saw a few of the videos, man. I'm impressed, bro. You came a long way with this. I saw one from a while ago, and
Okay.
Cleon kept saying, well, you got to get on, you got to get on. And I'm watching, I'm like, you're going to have LeBron on here soon, brother.
Man, we'll see what happens, man. I just like I said, sports, whatever, life, as far as me just doing this here, it's been a blast. It's totally been a blast.
That's awesome, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And speaking of blast, man, everybody good, holding up, family. I mean, with all the stuff going on.
Everybody's well, man. We got through COVID. My daughter's down in North Carolina. I just worked out, man, so I'm sweating a little bit.
Okay, I thought you were just nervous. I didn't know.
That too.
Nah, I'm messing with you, man.
She's in college at North Carolina A&T, where I went to school, and my son, he's 10 years old, so he's in the 5th grade and doing well. I'm just holding the fort down, brother.
Okay, nah, most definitely, man. With all this, man. Now, you from obviously went to high school in Montclair, but like born and raised here, was it Montclair, or you spent time elsewhere?
I'm gonna say born and raised in Montclair, although I came out of my mother's stomach in Orange Memorial, so
okay.
was born in Orange, and then moved to Montclair to be raised, go to school.
Yeah, how was your childhood? I mean, what kind of kid were you?
I was a good kid.
Okay, yeah. We know
I
how
was a
that
good
goes.
kid.
Yeah.
Growing up on Greenwood Avenue, we had a lot of athletes: Fred Matthews, Terrence Garrison, all those guys we looked up to. Playing out in the street, football, baseball. I played baseball, soccer, basketball. Basketball was probably my last sport. I think baseball was my main. I was a pitcher.
Okay.
Played Little League for the Mets. I stayed with the Mets, and I'm now a Mets fan. I stayed a Mets fan forever.
Yeah. How that as far as with baseball? So you pitch? Could you hit?
I can hit. I wasn't a home run hitter,
Okay.
but I would get on base. I kept my eyes on the prize. I wasn't striking out. And being a pitcher, you kind of know what's coming at you, the change ups, how to switch up the speeds and high, low, inside out. And I played some outfield as well,
Okay.
So I did not like the infield. I didn't like those pop-ups, man.
Nah, I hear you here. Just sidetrack real quick, like sibling wise, is it you have a sister? You have some
I have a
siblings, don't
sister.
you? Okay.
Yeah, I have an older sister, 5 years older than me. And I have a cousin, CJ, who everybody thinks is my brother because we look just alike. So I have plenty of cousins. We all play sports. Samad, Fisher, Malik, all those guys you probably know of.
Yeah.
I think I set the trend, being the first to really graduate and go to college. Alto, my cousin Alto just passed away. Rest in peace.
Nah, definitely, man. Wow. And I know, as far as with basketball, did you have no choice to start playing because you was just growing, or like how did you just kind of get to playing basketball here?
Yeah, I played at the YMCA first on Park Street in Montclair, and it just grew on me, man. And I grew kind of tall. I'm now 6'3", and then eventually playing at St. Paul's Church, with Coach Wilson and Coach Carter, with Dwayne Claiborne and all those guys. So, them being older helped me develop faster. Playing with those older guys. And it just grew, man. Developed the jump shot, and and played in different leagues, AAU, a little bit of AAU. Back then, it wasn't that prevalent. It was like the North Bears and Sandy with the Road
Oh, you
Runners.
talk
I
about the
played like,
Rams, North Rams, and then the Road
yeah,
Runners. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mainly played with the Rams, not too much with the Road Runners.
Mhm.
But being a multi-sport athlete, I kind of dipped in that basketball, baseball, here and there, football,
Mm-hmm.
quarterback. You know about that football. You was good, man.
Nah, man. Stop making rumors up. Nah, really. Then and it's interesting as far as that goes here. Was Montclair High was pretty much, again, we know, back where we're from, Montclair. I mean, athletics. Talk about it's a sports town. So was it like no doubt in your mind you was going to Montclair, or was you tempted to go somewhere else?
Well, back then, man, you go to school wherever you live.
Yeah.
We don't just say, hey, I'm going to go to St. Pat's, I'm going to go to Bergen Catholic. I live in Montclair. My friends live in Montclair. I'm going to Montclair High. It was no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you get there again. You're around a whole bunch of athletes, man. Like were you fitting in at? I mean, is everything pretty much you progressed from freshman? Was you playing varsity freshman year? I don't know. How did that all go?
That's a good question, man. Freshman year, I got hurt. I hurt my knee, and I didn't even play at all. I actually went to try out, made the team, and then got hurt. Never played. Sophomore year was a comeback year for me, and played JV and varsity.
Okay.
Because we were good, man. We had a pretty good team, and then junior year is when I really excelled and became, Tarik, the basketball player, and playing against like your boy Cleon, Orange High, Allen Watson, and those guys. It was good, man.
Yeah. And you mentioned your junior year or what have you, and again, y'all start getting back to Montclair basketball. Y'all start making deep runs, and I think even back that day, your junior, was it the semis or the counties made the semis or something like that? But y'all made it down to Essex County College, I know.
Yes, we did. And I think we played Essex Catholic.
Okay.
And we lost to those guys. Great game. I don't remember the ins and outs, but I remember it was a good game, and we ended up losing that one. Yeah.
But even outside of the counties, that conference y'all was in, because it was back then, y'all was playing the Patterson schools. Y'all was the James Scotts of the world. Playing all those people even back
Absolutely.
then. So that conference was just got at you too.
That conference was tough, man. And I always wondered, like, why aren't we playing East Orange? Why aren't we playing Scott? Because we got friends there.
Yeah.
But we ended up playing, like you said, Patterson East Side, Kawan Johnson, those guys, Danny Singletary. It was tough. It was really tough, man. Those guys were really athletic, and I think they live and die basketball.
Yeah. And I just want to ask, even like with you, as far as you saw yourself getting better, man, like, how was you practicing, man? Because I swear to this day, you got one of the best jump shots I've seen growing up here, man. Like, how did that just come to play? Was it just playing? Was you practicing individually or what?
I appreciate that, man. I didn't have these kids today have trainers, man. I used to just watch guys, and Major Jennings was a big influence. He was an assistant coach, but, we would go to the park and take shots. If you miss, you run full court and back until you make it, because shooting a jump shot, you just sit there and shoot. That's not a shooter. You got to be able to get condition, run, do 5 push-ups, get up, shoot a jump shot. The best way I learned, man, was start close and shoot, 25, one hand, step back, shoot 5, one hand, all the way to the 3-point line. Then once you shoot with 2 hands, it became simple, man. You give me this much room, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah. And that you did, man. And again, then like I said, those teams you was on, y'all was always tall too. I mean,
always tall. You're right.
You got was it like Kimon? You got DC and all these people, and I'm forgetting folks, man. Obviously
we
Jason,
had Rob Smith, the 7-footer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, y'all was always tall there, man. And then when did you start thinking like, I might could play this somewhere else beyond high school here? Did you when those starts coming into play?
I'm gonna say junior year, man.
Okay.
We played in it was the Garden State games. It wasn't AAU, but it was just Garden State games where we played against Bridgewater, guys like Jason Murdoch, and I really excelled in those games. And then going to camp, the Poconos, I don't know if you know about that. That's
Okay.
when we all Essex County guys came together.
Mm-hmm.
We go to the Poconos camp and we say, hey, you got guys from Philly, you got guys from North Carolina. Let's kick some butt. Let's stick together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I did very well at that camp. Ed Butler was a recruiter for a lot of us ball players.
Okay.
And kind of put the word out, man. And I got offers from I was gonna go to Manhattan,
Okay.
St. Bonaventure's, or Hartford, Connecticut with Vin Baker.
Mm-hmm.
But I signed early with Fairleigh Dickinson, me and Elijah Allen.
Yeah.
I think we signed the same day before my senior year.
Okay.
And then they wanted me to go to a prep school because I only weighed 165
FDU
pounds.
wanted you to prep a year, really?
Yeah, after I signed.
After
and I'm
you
like, yeah. And I'm like, hold up, I'm getting offers at other places, man. I don't want to go no prep. And my mom wasn't happy with that decision as well, and said, you know, we want to release. And they said, we're not going to release. You sign the papers. So it was a big ordeal. Eventually, we came to an agreement, and I got a release, and went to another camp, and then signed with North Carolina A&T, which is HBCU.
Now, when did all that was all in a short amount of time, that release and having to do another camp? How'd that go down?
Yeah, that was within like maybe 2 or 3 months, you know, down the line. And the reason being, they signed like 2 or 3 junior college transfers.
Okay.
You know, I'm 165. These guys are like 195, 6'5", 6'6". And it's like, okay, you're gonna sit and watch. And it might have been a good decision, to be honest with you. But I was so eager to play.
Yeah.
I said, nah, I want to move on.
You
know, but I think me and Eli would have got busy there.
Oh yeah.
He had a good career. He had a great career.
No, most definitely, man. You go down south, so this ain't FDU, just half hour, 40-minute drive from the crib. You talking some hours here, man. Like, how was that whole adjustment? I mean, on top of playing college basketball.
It was different. The South is the South, bro. I mean, it's good food. People are genuine. It's not no side eye to what you're looking at.
Yeah.
I definitely had learned some mannerisms down there and met a lot of good people. Basketball wise, it was different, man. Everybody's an all-star. When you go to college, it's not like, hey, I'm all state, I'm all conference. Hey, me too. Everybody's on the same level. But being down there, man, I'm surprised I'm back in Jersey. Yeah. I really enjoyed it, man. The weather and everything. Yeah, it was awesome.
As far as this, like you mentioned, everybody's an all-star, this and that. But as far as, you remember like just going into practice for the first time, like just trying to figure this out, how you going to get some minutes and et cetera, et cetera?
Absolutely. Just nervous, man.
Yeah.
Nervous, very nervous to see these guys out there pumped up. Just trying to learn, to learn. I didn't go in there saying, I'm going to start.
Okay.
I'm going to start. I went in saying, you know what? I got to compete. I got to prove that I'm a Division I basketball player. So just being out there, I didn't know how to curl screens like they were doing. I didn't know how to bump. I didn't know how to hedge. And it was just a learning process all around, man. But it was a challenge, and you just got to keep up. You got to keep up conditioning and working out with the older players, just trying to, stay afloat.
How frustrating was it just trying to to your point here, learning some of those moves and little things that give you an advantage, like not going in there knowing this stuff, but, learning it, but also they doing it to you. I mean, the frustration start to mount, or was you able to, work through all that?
It was very frustrating.
Yeah.
It came a point where I was like, is this a track team or is this a basketball team? Because you do so much conditioning.
Okay.
5 a.m, you're running laps. And I think compared to the other players besides the starting 5, I was the 6th man as a freshman. So I proved myself, and just had to kind of bulk up a little bit because that was something I was missing. I was slender. I wasn't a big leaper, but I could dribble the ball, I could shoot, and I was smart with the game. Yeah.
So freshman and 6th man, so you're getting playing time, and your teams throughout your time there. I know was it like 2 NCAAs y'all made tournaments? So,
Yeah.
mhm.
The first year, Ib, to be honest with you, man, was extremely frustrating. I'm gonna circle back because I was sixth man at first,
Oh.
and then mid-season, I had a relative come visit and got in a little trouble, and I was a part of it. I mean, I wasn't involved in it, but being that it was my relative, they stayed in my room and
Mhm.
so forth and so on. I kind of got suspended and didn't play the
Mhm.
rest of the season. I just sat the bench,
Mm.
right? And going from six man to not getting in the game, I was ready to transfer. I was
Mhm.
ready to transfer. Coach Capel, rest in peace. He was a big influence. He's the one recruiting me.
Mhm.
His son played at Duke,
Yes.
Capel Jr. Right.
Mhm.
So at the end of the season, he left and went to Old Dominion.
Mhm.
And he asked, the guys he recruited, it was only three of us, myself, Joe Bunn, Jamel Gray. He said, you guys can come with me or you can stay. So instead of going to Old Dominion and maybe sit in the bench again, I said, I'm going to stay. And
Mhm.
then my sophomore year, I started,
Mhm.
which goes to show it's the same
Yes.
roster, and
Mhm.
I started. So it was definitely because of the trouble. It wasn't because of my performance.
Did he tell you that, or nobody
At the
said
end of
anything?
the season,
Okay.
I was extremely frustrated.
Mhm.
So end of the season, he said, the reason why I sat you was because, the stuff that happened. And, I was your family. I said, I'm 18 years old, man. You,
Right.
you gotta tell me this stuff, have a conversation.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was that situation.
Mm. So we get going. I mean, school wise, you balancing the school and social life because you, like you said, you down south. It's a whole nother world. Us boys from up top get a little open. We go somewhere different and get treated a little nicely here.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Mhm.
I was disciplined.
Okay.
I was able to go to class and do a little partying with the
Okay.
fraternities, and still wake up and work out.
Mm.
That was one thing I enjoyed doing: getting up, getting some shots in,
Wow.
or going to play some pickup ball.
Mm.
It's a trained habit. If
Mm-hmm.
you train yourself not to do so, you're gonna fail.
Mm.
So hanging out with these guys, and they like to party, like you
Yeah. So
said.
so you get going for the most part. You're starting. You're playing. Are you satisfied with your performance from your sophomore year on up?
um, yeah. I played a role as I was a sophomore, starting with four seniors. So I had to kind of pick it up. Those guys were their senior year. They're like, look, they want the ball all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They want to win, obviously. No mistakes. So I learned a lot my sophomore year,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to pick up the pieces sometimes when guys were either hurt or just didn't play that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I shot the ball well, made a few mistakes,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's all a part of growing. Sophomore year, that was a really good year. We played Wake Forest in the NCAA tournament
Is that
that
when
year.
Duncan was there? Is that when he was
Yeah,
there?
yeah. Tim Duncan, Randolph Childress,
Okay.
who was sticking me? Ricky Perot,
Mm-hmm.
6'8" guy. I was like, I'll blow right by this guy.
Yeah.
But then you got Duncan in the middle like this.
Waiting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. How'd you
yeah.
uh, how'd you play that game?
I did well, man. I only had about 8 points.
Okay.
But I played the top of the 1-3-1, which means, I had to keep Childress contained so
Yeah.
that he couldn't, go for 40. I think I did a good job of that. But again, that was a game where all the seniors wanted the ball, man. I watched that video sometime. I'm like, yo, why did he take that shot? Why are we
Mm.
not moving the ball more? You
Mm-hmm.
know? But I think that was our fault, is why we lost. Because we were athletic enough to beat them. But, everybody was going for theirs, man.
Now, did y'all? I get ran out of the gym though. Did y'all compete for a little bit or?
For a little bit, we competed.
Okay.
And then we finally got ran out. I think we lost by about 17.
Okay.
End of the game, they just jacking.
Yeah. But as far
Yeah.
as even that experience for you, is it realizing like I'm on the floor with like future pros? Like, is that thought starting to come into your mind? And you mentioned you had a work habit as far as you kind of discipline, making sure you're getting your shots in, working on your game. Is some of
hmm
that just starting, even though that was a senior led team your sophomore year, but still, that's starting to think like I'm on the floor with some first rounders and all of that. Like I can do this.
Yeah. I was never starstruck, Ed.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
That's one thing I hated about some of my teammates. They would say like, "Oh, we're playing against Travis Betts. You ready?"
Mm,
Dog, yeah, I'm ready. I mean,
yeah,
that's what I'm here for.
that's right.
So when I saw Duncan and those guys, it was just like, oh wow, we gonna get at them. Let's go.
Okay. Hmm.
And today I'm like, if I had a phone, would I had took a picture with them? You know what I'm saying? Because back then we ain't thinking about that stuff. But you
Hmm.
look back, like man, it was quite an experience.
Yeah.
It was awesome. But I knew I could play pro. I
Okay.
felt like I knew I could. You
Mm.
know, and then come junior year, it was I was the only returning starter. And again, everything was kind of like a bounce back year because you got freshmen, you got junior college transfers. It's a
Hmm.
whole new squad
Hmm.
that doesn't know what it takes to win
Yeah.
and have team chemistry.
Hmm.
So that junior year was tough. We did well, and then we didn't win our conference tournament, but it was growing pains.
Yeah, no, definitely. Then you had that last year. Just going into that, you recall having any expectations individually or even as a team?
I put a lot of pressure on myself.
Hmm.
Um, because again, that was my last year.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to go work after this? Do you want to go play pro? Do you want to go overseas? And just to give you some history, Eb, I got hurt after my junior season.
Okay.
So I sat out the following year. I got shot in the leg partying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got shot in the leg down south. And one of the bullets is still in my leg. People don't know about that. And sat out the following year. Our team made it to the conference finals, and I wasn't there.
Mm.
I think they did an awesome job, and I felt like if I was there, healthy, we would have won that thing.
Mm.
And you get noticed when you play well in the NCAA tournament.
Right. Right.
So if we would have went to the tournament, I put up 15, 16 points against a big time school. You get looked at. I
Hmm.
got one look from the 76ers when they had Iverson, Kevin Ollie,
Okay.
Aaron McKee, but I didn't make that roster.
Hmm.
So ended up, playing overseas, playing in the ABA, things of that sort.
Yeah. Now, even with the whole incident that happened, man, I mean, you still feel some kind of way about it, or you kind of, obviously that's the past, is, opportunity to grow from it and move on here.
hmm Very frustrating.
Yeah.
Very, very frustrating. And I don't look at it as an excuse. I
Hmm.
don't say, oh, I didn't make it because I got shot, but I feel like I would have had a better chance. And, everything happens for a reason.
Hmm.
God puts you in place to do certain things. Maybe I was
Yeah.
doing too much and he's
Okay.
saying, slow down,
Yeah.
Um, but, today I'm a coach and I'm able
Mm.
to, teach
Mm.
kids the right and wrong things to do.
Absolutely. Do you think, did it take away anything as far as like some speed, quickness, or
Oh,
or
yeah,
move? Okay.
a
Yeah.
lot,
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
And that was the frustrating part because coming back as a senior, the teams are keen on me, but
Right.
they don't know what happened. They just know that I sat out.
Hmm.
So, being shadowed and double teamed or denial, it's like, dude, I don't have the speed. Let me get my game going.
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
know, and it would swell up. My right calf would swell up sometimes, and I would just have to wrap it or sit out for a couple of minutes, and it was frustrating, very
Yeah.
frustrating.
Hmm.
So left hand layup, you jumping off the right leg.
Right.
I had to jump off two. I couldn't get that explosion, but you learn how to work around it, brother.
Yeah. And it sounded like you did. I mean, I know things didn't work out with the league, but going even overseas, that round thing we call Spalding, man. Did you ever think it just take you from Montclair across waters? I mean, Grant, I know you want to, and even in the United States, playing as far as over at A&T, you don't got to see the world literally.
A lot, man. You get to see a lot. Even when we played against Arkansas my freshman year, even though I only got like 2 minutes, President Bill Clinton was there.
Hmm.
You see certain people, you signing autographs, you traveling around the world, you learning to keep a smile on your face.
Hmm.
It was a great experience. I never thought that basketball could take you that far. And now as a coach, I'm kind of making a living from it still.
Yes.
It's and I'm being a role model for some kids. But
Hmm.
basketball is it's an awesome sport, man.
Yeah.
Awesome sport.
And I know I'm get to the coaching in a sec, man. But as far as just being overseas, I mean, and while you was out there, was you kind of just thinking ahead to get into what you're doing now basketball wise, or you just had no idea what you was gonna do, or you just gonna figure it out as you went?
Yeah, I never thought of coaching, man. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you.
yeah.
Ever. I said, I'm a player. I ain't gonna be no coach. But again, we'll talk about that later. But just being over there, man, and playing mainly in the ABA,
Mm-hmm.
it's just you go through so much, man. And you're meeting people, you're learning how to manage your finances. It's like still being in school. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got a budget and wake up at a certain time, go to
Yeah.
class, go to practice, and play in those big games.
Mm-hmm. Nah, and it's crazy, man. Like it's just to just hear everybody just whatever it is, as far as just getting an opportunity to take it as far as possible. And like I said, yours led to just playing professionally here. Now,
hmm
playing basketball or any other sports here, man, what has it done to, as far as that sticks with you to this day?
Um, Mainly discipline.
Yeah.
I try to tell even my kids, man, play a sport. Pick a sport.
Mm-hmm.
You learn how to win, you learn how to lose, you learn, I mean, to accept losses, you learn how to adjust,
Mm-hmm.
you learn how to be coached, you learn how to be a leader. So there's so many aspects of sports that you learn from, man, instead of just winning and putting the ball in the hole. All right.
Yeah.
Help somebody else out. You correlate that with real life. You drop an assist, drop a dime, help somebody else out. You help them grow to help your team win. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? So I think sports is a very important aspect of anybody's life, man. Pick a sport, pick a hobby, and
Mm-hmm.
excel at it.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And I know we talk about the whole coaching piece. When you got into it, was it coaching teams or just coaching folks individually? How did you just jump into it?
Um, I was playing at where was I playing? I was playing at Hoop Heaven
Mm-hmm.
in Whippany, New Jersey. Just pickup ball after work, playing pickup ball. A couple of the guys from the area were playing as well, and the kids on the sideline just cheering like, "Go, go!" They was like what I was doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think one of the parents came up to me one day and said, "Hey, would you mind, coaching our kids?" I'm like, "I guess. I mean, where they play at?" They're like, "Nowhere. We just want you to coach them."
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, I'm sorry. Can you see me, man?
No, no, I'm good.
Okay. Um, so I coached that team. They found a gym. They drew a spreadsheet and showed me how much they were going to pay me. It was
Mm-hmm.
like $4,000.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I'll coach them.
Yeah.
So I coached them, and they won the championship. Third or fourth graders. I'm like, I kind of like this, man. And then turned it into a business, and a lot of players, like high school players, were asking me to personally train them.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that on the side,
What
and
made
I made it a
you?
business.
What made you just again turn it into business versus continuing to coach in the league or what have you? Bottom line, what made you want to do your own thing with this? Because I find that now a lot of more people are starting to do stuff individually or get with folks and do their own thing here. But for you to have the know-how back then to do it, like what made you want to do it?
Yeah, I think that parent creating that spreadsheet kind of
Mm-hmm.
forced me into it because I
Okay.
said, okay, so you got a list of individuals, you got a payment, you got these three tournaments for 2.5 months a season. I just made it a business. I said,
Yeah.
look, I can do this and work,
Mm-hmm.
whatever I do.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been in technology for over 15 years as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a technology business. So while the kids are in school, I'm working. When they get out of school, I go coach. So it's a good balance. It's a really
Yeah.
good balance. Yeah.
Now, you coaching teams, or are you more of an individual coach, or is it a combination?
It's a combination.
Okay.
Um, it's a combination because nowadays it's hard to get gym time.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now in the summer, I can coach outside. I could do private lessons.
Mm-hmm.
But right now for the fall, I have about 7 teams
Okay.
from third grade through high school.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a lot of work. And I'm looking for coaches. Let's put that out there. I need coaches.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
name of the team is, I know you got it on your shirt, but what is it?
It's called Starting Five.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, you see that, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, my
starting five
vision. They got on my
basketball.
age. Vision ain't going that bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I wear glasses too, man. I'm just trying to look a little younger right now, man.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yeah. So starting five and okay now you based out of where? I know you say you looking for gyms, but where you normally practice at?
We're basically out of Livingston and Chatham.
Okay.
So Livingston, I use North Academy. I
Mm-hmm.
rent that gym out. And then Chatham, I use a church out there, Long Hill Chapel.
Okay.
So the one at North Academy has about 6 hoops. So I can get more out of it, put a group of kids here and there. And at Chatham, there's only 4 hoops.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I kind of juggle between the two.
Now, how do you see the kids now versus when we played at that age here? Like, is it a huge difference as far as them wanting to learn and wanting to listen, or is there a huge sense of entitlement? I don't know, like, or is it combination? I mean, how is it now?
That's a good question. A majority of the kids that I see do it for fun, and that's a
Okay.
majority.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
I get a lot of parents that say, like we're talking about, put your kids in sports.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there like, does this kid really want to play basketball? Not saying that they don't try, but it's a lot of fun
Mm-hmm.
for them. And like you said, the entitlement, those kids, my good kids, the
Mm-hmm.
ones that really work and call me and say, hey, coach, I want to drill to teach me
Yeah.
my mid-range game.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the kids that excel, man. And
Mm-hmm.
once they get really, really good, unfortunately, they leave me
Yeah.
and go to bigger programs, which is fine. The ultimate goal is for them to get a scholarship
Mm-hmm.
or get the most out of, the sport in
Mm.
general.
Now you still coaching you more on the back end as far as administrative stuff now, or because you talked about all those teams. I know you ain't coaching all them teams.
Yeah, yeah. I juggle it. Um, I have a couple of coaches.
Okay.
Um, I have two or three coaches.
Mm-hmm.
However, they have their own lives, right?
Yes.
So it's hard to kind of manage that and have them, hey, pick a day that you can practice.
Mm-hmm.
You take Wednesdays, you take Fridays, you take Thursdays. But unfortunately, this season, nobody's available.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to juggle it where I have, 4 teams play this Saturday, 3 teams play next Saturday. So we'll
Okay.
go on and off.
Okay.
And those are like 4 games straight. I just back to back, back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that's interesting. How let me ask, sir, how are the parents?
um, it's different nowadays, man. I think I'm a calm, cool guy, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't really get into the yelling back and forth.
Yeah.
You do get parents that think they know the game better than you.
Mm-hmm.
They come over, hey, won't you go, 2-3 instead of 3-2?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not gonna work, man. You got a big man in the middle. So it's things like that. He try to give you advice,
Mm-hmm.
but I used to get parents to say, "Why isn't my son playing? Why is
Yeah. Yeah.
That was rough. That was rough. He just doesn't listen. He's not
Mm-hmm.
ready.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to give every player an opportunity. I'm not benching players. Like, these are the kids that think they're all Americans when they're not. Those are those kids that get seated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, it's interesting you say that. I mean, I remember one coach, because I did ask a coach this years ago, to your point, when somebody asks why my kid isn't playing, his response was like, come to practice and watch the practice, you'll find out.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like that.
that was his thing. Come to practice.
I like that. And the thing is, a lot of them come to practice, but they fooling around, some of them,
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I got to put my daddy hat on.
Yes.
The 3rd and 4th graders, I'm like, we're going to run. You guys want to run? They're like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's punishment, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, do you still get around and shoot around a little bit?
I do, man. I go to like Lifetime Fitness or whatever.
Okay.
If there's an open court, I try to shoot around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't play though. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm scared to get hurt, man. So I'm tempted. I watch those guys. I'm like, oh man, I'm ready to get out there. But nah,
Yeah.
just shoot by myself, man.
Now you mentioned your daughter and your son. Do they play any sports, any activities, or what have you?
Yeah, my son plays a little basketball.
Okay.
Oh man, breaks my heart. He plays a little basketball, and he's good, but he doesn't desire it.
Right.
He plays baseball
Mm-hmm.
and soccer.
Okay.
My daughter played soccer,
Yeah.
but after that, she's like, Dad, I don't want to play no sport. She's a diva,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I think long as they turn out to be productive folks and better than what we are, what we've done, like we did our job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, bro.
Yeah. Now I know you mentioned the IT stuff. I mean, how heavy are you into that now?
That's heavy, man. I've been doing that probably since I graduated college, man. Since probably
Mm-hmm.
2000, because I've been juggling basketball and IT.
Okay.
So I would say over 20 years experience. I've been in different companies. I worked
Mm-hmm.
in financial. I worked for hedge fund companies, IT based, and then eventually I decided to start my own business, which is called Tech Lieutenant,
Mm-hmm.
and it's minority owned. So
Yeah,
put that out there too.
absolutely.
So I jump around, man. It's great for my age. I don't want to be stuck at a desk.
Yeah. Now, what are you doing with the business as far as what does it entail?
Well, we do server, cloud deployments,
Okay.
PC, software,
Mm-hmm.
networking,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much all the above that comes with IT, man. Setting up people's internet, their storage space, backups, do everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nah. Good stuff, man. I know you saw a couple of these, man. So can I get a little, put you on the spot a little bit on the back end here?
Oh boy.
I know you told me you was
Okay.
gonna have some notes. That's what you told me.
I did, man.
That's funny. That's funny. No notes needed, man. Now I had some fun with this, man. So when driving, you prefer the parkway or the turnpike?
Oof. Well, now the turnpike
Okay.
because they
Okay.
got more lanes. But
Mm-hmm.
back then it was probably the Parkway.
Okay. Now, Great Adventure Action Park.
Great adventure
Okay.
all day.
You a rides guy? You get on rides?
Yeah, I get on rides.
Okay.
Probably not now.
Yeah.
Probably not now.
And it's crazy with the rides. I just actually went to amusement park with my daughter and her wife about a week or so ago. I've been to ride, roller coaster, loops, everything else, man. But she wants to get on them. I think I got a car. I was like, yeah, this gonna be on the back, and I'm about to like retire from this. It's crazy how it just changed for me. Like I didn't have a problem. Now it's like, yeah, I'm about to. This is probably gonna be my final dance here, doing all this stuff.
Did you do it? Did you get on?
No, I got on, but I was telling myself this is winding down because I was just
This
like,
is it.
yeah. So not interested. You say that though. Being Montclair here, park wise, this Wayne Park or Glenfield Park?
Glenfield.
Glenfield.
Yeah.
All right. Keep it Montclair here. Cuban
I like
Pete's.
that.
Cuban Pete's at the office.
The office all day.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, football. Get it.
All right.
Brunch.
Crazy Rhythms or the Wellmont?
Crazy Rhythms. Look at you, man.
Remember, I spent a little bit of time on
I remember.
a tiny bit, little tiny bit here.
I love it.
That's cool. Power or Snowfall?
That's a good one, man. I'm gonna say Snowfall.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got more substance, man.
All right. Montclair High or North Carolina A&T?
Damn, bro. That's messed up. I'm gonna say Montclair High, man, all day.
Okay.
All day. Yeah.
Nah, definitely here. Being at Montclair though, as far as best game you ever played. You know what? Let's extend that beyond Montclair. Best game you ever played in your life, as far as on any level. What's the game that sticks out to you here?
There's probably two. There's one, Bergen Catholic. I had about, and these are real games. Now we ain't talking about summer leagues. Okay. Bergen Catholic, that was like 34.
Mm-hmm.
I had 11 3-pointers and a free throw, bro.
That was your stat line, 11
Yo, yeah. That was crazy. And then at A&T was probably against George Mason as a sophomore because one of the, Philip Allen got hurt, so I had to fill in, and that went into like a double overtime, man. I had to be like 28.
Yeah.
But it was a great game being, a sophomore playing with these guys.
And speaking of that, and even threes here, you still still in top 5 at 3-pointers made down there, right?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because that's all these kids doing now is jacking threes, bro.
Mm-hmm. Now, yours, you tell them you got yours a little different. I don't think he was pulling up on transitions. Were you back then?
Nah. Yeah, today, man, they pulling up half court.
Yeah.
I love it. I mean, and it's funny because I could have. I mean, I practiced those shots, but when you're playing for a coach, it's a bad shot back then. Nowadays, it's like, yo, if you can make it, jack it.
Yeah.
You know? They
Now,
got the green light.
Even you're coaching with the kids, you're like that with the kids too, as far as the green light? Or
I give the green.
Okay.
I give the green. Yeah. Okay. Now, if you come down and shoot 4 threes and you miss them, all right, bro. Change it up, switch it up a little bit. I had one kid, my kid Aiden Picani, one of my best players. He came down court and shot it and looked at the bench. And I'm like, I'm about to pull his butt. Swish, he made it. I'm like, I gotta leave him in.
Yeah.
So they watching a lot of pros and trying to emulate them, man.
Yeah. and we did to an extent too. So it's kind of one of those things. Yeah. No, definitely. Best team you ever been on at any level. Best team you ever been
on. Yeah, that probably had to be that A&T 94 team, 94, 95. I would say my Montclair High team as a senior, because we were ranked in the beginning of the season, but we just crumbled, man. We had the best stat line beginning of the season. 6'3", 6'5", 6'6", 7 feet, 5'11". How you lose?
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy with that Montclair High team for forget here. When you left, they went on a little run, like even, as far as county finals, I think they won. Did they win one?
Yeah, they won one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like
following year. Yeah. So you trying to tell me I was the bad seed, man?
Nah, things just didn't work out. That AT&T team. Playing or coaching, what do you prefer? Playing still?
Yeah, definitely playing. I miss it, but I enjoy coaching, man. I enjoy seeing the smile on these kids' faces and them just asking me questions. It's enlightening, man. I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Your all-time Montclair High starting 5. Yours.
Let me take a sip, brother.
Hey. It could be positionless too. It don't have to be. It could be 5 positionless if you want.
That's tough. My cousin Samad Fisher. Alto Virgil.
Okay.
Jordan Fowler was tough. I like Jordan's game. Craig Robinson.
Yeah.
And Duncan Hines. I gotta put Fred Matthews on there, man. Green would have. Yeah.
6 man. You'll be a 6 man.
I'll be the 6 man.
That's 7. So we got 2. So you on that team, though. You making sure. I was gonna ask where you fit on there.
Yeah.
Now you've been in Montclair, like I'll say basketball player, because I was gonna say athlete. That might even be more difficult. Who's the best basketball player come out of Montclair High that you're aware
of? Might be Major Jennings, man. Coach Major.
And you didn't even have him on your 5.
I know, man. I should have wrote my notes. I should have put my notes down, man.
No, all good. Major Jennings, yeah.
Yeah, Major's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get to see him, but to this day, I mean, he beats me in shootouts. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Now, here's a name. Actually, Bingo. What happened with that whole situation back then? Was there a boycott? What did y'all? What happened with all that?
Wow, yeah. Somebody asked me about that literally yesterday. I went to go watch football and I saw Bingo too.
Because Bingo, remember, he was at St. Paul's.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you kind of came up, saw his ascension and along with yours here.
Exactly. So that senior year, man, it started off by him not putting us in the Christmas tournament. And that's what we all was wishing for. We worked all summer for it. We wanted to play in the Christmas tournament. That's the biggest tournament. We didn't play in that. And I think his coaching style didn't adapt to us. You know, we were tall and fast, which means we should have been like this up and down the court. And he made us slow the ball down a lot.
Okay.
You know, I remember one instance where, you know, I'm going between the legs, I'm at the top of the key, and he goes, Tarik. And then I look and I get ripped. I'm like, why you keep calling my name? You know, it's your coach, you know. So you look and I got ripped. But I think it was the coaching style. It just didn't adapt to us. Nothing to say that he was a bad coach.
Yeah.
Because he did do a lot. He helped me with a lot, man. He did some nice drills and gave me some advice. But again, we didn't intertwine as a team in his coaching style.
Now, what was it? Did y'all bounce and not play a game? Did it come to that? Or
no.
Okay.
No, I know one game me and Keemon got suspended. So, you know, because he hid Keemon's jersey for coming late, and I laughed.
You said Bingo hit his jersey.
Yeah.
His game jersey.
Okay. And I laughed, and I told Keemon where it was. And he went to go get it, and they started, you know, cussing back and forth. And he said, you know what, both of y'all gonna sit out. And we were the leading scorers. So we sat out, and there was, you know, people behind us like, why are you sitting out the game? It was just a circus, man.
But y'all played every game. It wasn't like y'all missed the game.
Right.
Okay,
right.
got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just that one incident.
Yeah. Somebody who should have made it. I mean, how do you define made it?
Somebody should have made it. And you know that's the stigma in Montclair, right? You know, everybody gets there and something happens.
Yeah.
You mean any sport?
Any sport, whoever comes to mind for you, yeah. It don't have to be Montclair High, it could just be anybody.
Montclair High-wise, I would say Lamont Ponton.
Yeah.
Ponton, quarterback.
I don't know about,
Yeah, he was tough. Dwayne Claiborne, that's a lot, man.
Dwayne Claiborne, wow.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. Like basketball, football too. He
yes.
Yeah.
He set the goal, man. He set it high for us.
Did he ever play in high school at all?
Nah. I mean, I can recall him playing like a half a season maybe. But, you know, I think the streets got to him, right?
Yeah.
But now he's a pastor.
Yeah, I heard that, and I think he do some culture, do something around basketball too as well. Good stuff.
Yep, down at Glenfield Park. Yep.
Definitely. What's I know Pond comes up a lot. I know he does come up.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Now, as far as what's the best part about being you?
Being kind, friendly, also being stern at the same time. You know, I'm not a pushover, but I'm real articulate. I can make things happen without you even knowing.
Yeah.
You know, I think, I know a lot of people that always come across the same way all the time. Don't piss me off.
Yeah. Now, even you mentioned those two earlier about being a father. Best part about that?
Oh man, I'm just seeing a smile on my kid's face, man. I'm always trying to make them happy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, seeing that they look like me and we got similar demeanors. You know, I love it. Just watching them grow, man. I just pray for all safety and that they get their wishes.
Yes.
That's it, man.
Nah, most definitely, man. Well, book on your life, what would you call it?
High standards.
Yeah, and assuming because you live by them.
Right.
Okay. And
these
then
questions are good, man. Where you get these from?
Oh man, cut it out, man. Cut it out. As far as this Tarik right here, what advice would you give that 17, 18-year-old senior Tarik? What advice would you give him?
Stay focused on the subject at hand, right? Don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
That's real important. I think a lot of times I got discouraged and just didn't know which avenue to take. Instead of just keep pounding, man. Keep pounding. You want to be the best player? Keep pounding. Don't take those 2 days off and hang with your boys and have a few beers, you know, the night before the game. Stay focused. Stay focused.
No, most definitely. And then your parents, what would they say about you, man?
I'm crazy. I'm crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom, she definitely she's proud of me, but she's like, again, stay focused. You know, I'm going in so many directions, and I'm always like, my mind is always racing, but it's for the good. I sleep well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask this one because I obviously know who your uncle and your cousins are. Like basketball wise, you the best out of, you know, whether it's Tarik against any of the Fishers?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's me.
Even
That question comes up so much.
I know. Yeah. How about even your uncle? Your uncle Kim Fisher?
Yeah, I'll tear Unc up, man, because you know he knows the cycle, you know, but I know the cycle too. So his when he goes left, he might get me. He can shoot left and right, but
Okay.
I think I got a few inches on Unc, so I think I'll take him to the hoop, man.
Yeah, then your cousin is not a problem.
Not a problem. They might be more athletic, but I'm the smartest.
Okay. Yeah. What's on deck for you, man? What's next, man? I mean, obviously you got the basketball teams. You got anything like brewing that you just, just gonna jump off one day or another?
Yeah, I'm all over the place, man.
Yeah.
I like my technology company. I'm looking for some new contracts in New Jersey.
Okay.
I wanted to open up a Jersey Mike's because I love Jersey Mike's. I wanted to be a personal trainer for the Nets or the Knicks. You know, because the kids stuff is fun, but I'm getting older. I need a more direct angle on things, man. That could also pay the bills. You know, I can't coach no 7 or 8 teams in the next 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
So, always doing stuff to my house, make the house look good. That's the fun part. But again, like, opening up a franchise and maybe going to that next level. I'll even coach college, you know?
You would? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Given that opportunity. Yeah.
Interesting.
Not high school, though.
No, leave high school alone? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to coach high school.
Now, some of your kids have you seen going off as far as have they done well in high school? And some by this time, some have even played college?
Oh, yeah. Some are even overseas. EJ Anasicki, I think he's going to China this year. Mark Armstrong is playing at Villanova this year as a freshman, his first year. He'll do well. Denver Anglin, he's at Georgetown. I got a lot of kids overseas.
Yeah.
And in college, But those are just some of the guys that are really excelling. Sorrell Langeville, I got a few, man.
Yeah. Nah, and it sounds like it because when I heard that you had this the leagues going on and even whether it's team wise individually, I was like, he's going to succeed, and sure enough, I mean that's what you've done, but that's what you've been doing your whole life, And I just wanted to say, nah, Tarik, I appreciate this moment, man. I know you're not the most talkative as far as these one-on-one conversation interviews, whatever you want to call them, but I appreciate you doing it for me, man. And I learned stuff I didn't even know about you, man.
So, I appreciate you, cool. Bro. This is good. I remember it from years ago, man. Years ago, brother. My man.
Nah, definitely, man. And I don't know how far y'all travel as far as your teams. Y'all go up and down the highways, or y'all just pretty much in state?
We used to, man. It depends on the quality of the team. Like a few years ago, I had a really good 6th grade team. We went to Florida, North Carolina, Virginia, but now it's more condensed because there's so many programs, man. You got the players, you got all these different AAU teams. It's a slew of them, and they're not really AAU. Some of them are just town teams calling it AAU. Okay. But yeah, we stay pretty much local, Jersey. The good teams I may take to New York, give them a piece of that park ball, and sometimes Delaware. But mainly New Jersey, man.
Well, I'm looking forward to as far as whether it's that or the tech stuff or just whatever you do, man. And I know when I come through the crib, man, we gotta link up one way or another here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Give me a ring anytime, my man.
Nah, I appreciate it, Tarik. Thanks for this, man.
Thank you, brother.
No doubt. We'll talk. Peace, man.
We'll talk soon. Peace.
Good dude, solid dude. Same guy I knew years ago here, man. I appreciate, like I told him, just found some things I didn't even know about him, which is cool to hear, and just a little bit about his walk here. Tarik, I appreciate all of this, man. With that being said, I'm just gonna step away. I put my hand over my heart. That means I feel you. Yeah.